Narcissa Malfoy is a proud woman. She supported her husband through and through, but she herself went through a turbulent experience after the Dark Lord's return, and this really took its toll on her. So, what was really happening with Narcissa Malfoy?
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, when only remembers to turn on the light.
Narcissa is a very interesting character, because even though she shares her husband's pureblood beliefs, and even though she was actually on the wrong side during and before the war, she always put the happiness of the people she loved first. I personally sometimes felt her cold remarks towards Harry Potter were because she felt like she had to, and not because she actually wanted to. Narcissa appears to me as a woman that has her own opinions, but just keeps face for the sake of her family. After Voldemort's return, she did experience a lot of stress and unpleasantries, and there must have been a lot happening inside her head. Things were quite different for her and Lucius during Voldemort's first rise to power. The Dark Lord was extremely confident. In fact, he was overconfident of his ability, and to me, he seemed to behave like more of a politician. He gained followers due to his vision and what he wanted to achieve, although a lot of this was through intimidation. Only then, after he could not convince people to follow him, he would execute them, while after his return it was either you join him or die. It was a lot more direct. Lucius was also in a more prominent position during the First War, and both he and Narcissa were very young too. However, after Voldemort's downfall, the Malfoys became settled and comfortable. The birth of Draco really did install a new sense of purpose for both parents, Narcissa in particular. For years, she did everything to completely distance herself from the fact that Bellatrix Lestrange was her sister, and Sirius Black her cousin, due to public opinion, while Lucius did his best to support his claim of being under the Imperius curse when he did the Dark Lord's bidding. All appeared to be well, until Lucius was caught and sent to Azkaban for the crime of being a Death Eater. And this is when things got very difficult for Narcissa. The public embarrassment it brought upon the family, especially with the Daily Prophet having a field day. It's no surprise she was unsettled by it all. The story her husband had been telling the world for years was finally uncovered as a huge lie. The effect it had on Draco was really difficult for her to take. His father's responsibility was now placed heavily on his shoulders at such a young age. Not only was she dealing with the worry of Lucius being stuck in Azkaban and being subjected to the awful depression suffered at the hands of the Dementors, she then had to deal with Draco's new task of assassinating Albus Dumbledore, something that eventually broke his confidence and him as a person. It's no surprise she took things into her own hands in order to protect him, something she did at great risk, as Voldemort planned on Draco to fail so he could kill him in order to punish Lucius. Narcissa supported her husband's beliefs because she loved him, but she never took the dark mark, and she didn't want to either. I sometimes wonder why Voldemort never really called her out properly on the fact that she didn't appear as devoted as her husband and her sister were. Bellatrix was a devout supporter and greatly valued by the Dark Lord, and she would have also urged her sister to never defy Voldemort and show complete and total loyalty. As much as she loved her sister, Bellatrix would not hesitate to execute Narcissa or Draco if given the command. Now, I know some of you may disagree with that, because it is clear that Bellatrix loves her sister and nephew. In fact, it could be a good discussion topic for a future video on if Bellatrix was forced to choose between her family and her duty to the Dark Lord. Narcissa, however, would always choose family, as it was clear she betrayed Voldemort when lying about Harry's death just for a moment's rest after worrying endlessly about Draco's safety. She had enough, and so had her family, openly abandoning the Battle of Hogwarts. With everything going on with her husband and her son, nobody ever really stood to think about what was going on with Narcissa. She held a brave face and earns respect as a good mother. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If I have earned your subscription, then please make sure to click that subscribe button, as it is very important in helping my channel grow. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, as it's also important in helping the video grow. Thank you very much again for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.